Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaः. Yes, Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Bhagavad-gītā as it is, chapter 5, text 17 and 18. Tad buddhayastadaatmanastannishthastadparayana gacchantya punar avrittim jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. Repeat. Tad buddhayastadaatmanastannishthastadparayana gacchantya punar avrittim jnana nirdhuta kalmasha. Can someone please read the translation? Mataji's Prabhu, anyone? Hare Krishna.
Hare
Manish,
Krishna,
Manisha,
Prabhuji.
yeah.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. When one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna. So we may proceed to the next page. 518. Yes. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Chaiva Swapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Repeat. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Chaiva Swapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Can someone please read the translation of this? 5.18 verse. Hare Krishna. Mataji's
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So yeah, we can stop screen share. So we recited the prayer. So seeking the blessings of the Prabhupada, Guru Parampara, we try to discuss on this. We try to understand some points from this 5th chapter, 17th and 18th verses. So if we see the flow of this flow of this current context, if we see, Lord is giving knowledge to Arjuna. So Arjuna is asking questions and Lord is answering them. So in every chapter we see beginning there's a question. So this 5th chapter begins with Arjuna's question. So which is better? So I have to renounce my work, or I have to work with detachment or without attachment to the result. So which is better for me? Please tell me, Lord, which is better for me? So initially Lord said you have to work. You should not give up your work. You have to work. Then he gave the knowledge. So you have to understand this knowledge. So what is the best and everything. So I was saying, you told me to acquire the knowledge, gain the knowledge, and understand everything. Then you told me to work. So which is better? So I have to work or not work. So the beginning, Arjuna is asking this. So Lord says, renunciation of work and work without attachment, that is work with detachment, or surrendering the result. So giving the results, offering it to the Lord, so that with the devotional service. So he says that that is better. So working without attachment to the result is better, that is surrendering the result to the Lord. So I have to work. So Lord has given me the roles and responsibilities. I have chosen to come here. So here I have been given so many roles and responsibilities. So I have to fulfill them. So for that I have to work. But I am not the ultimate doer. So we are the independent doer. So we are dependent on the mercy of the Lord. So our dependency is that we are dependent on the mercy of the Lord. So any action, I think 18.14, that 5 factors which affects the karma that's mentioned. So one is us, and the other is the Lord, the super soul or Paramatma. Both the factors are there. 5 factors mentioned of that. One is us and the other is the Lord. So if you have to make some nice dish, so we have to always understand that we should always, if we are taking the credits, so something good happens, we are taking the credits. If something bad happens, then also we should be ready to accept that it is my mistake. So if we are completely accepting something good, then we should be ready to accept the bad also. So something, some nice preparation we made, food stuff we made. If somebody says, "Oh, you made it nice," so we accept that. If somebody says, "Okay, it's not nice, it's not very good," it's directly if they say it's very bad, they say, "No, not my fault. It's not my fault. Maybe new salt or new masala or something different was used, or the oil was not good, vegetables were not good." So that way we blame other factors like that. The action, whatever we do, the karma, whatever we do, that also the ultimate person who is doing, the doer. There are five factors there. So different factors are there. So like we said, the vegetables or the salt or spices and different things are there. If you have to make a preparation or food stuff like that, for any action also there are various factors. So should we we should understand that we are not the ultimate doer. The ultimate doer, we are the independent doers. We are able to do something by the mercy of the Lord. So we have to understand that point, and we have to surrender. And intelligence, here it's mentioned in the 17th verse. The intelligence, mind, faith, and everything, the refuge, they are all fixed in the Supreme. Then one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge, and this proceeds straight on the path of liberation. That is the bondage. We get freed from the bondage of this material world. We get free from this material world, that we are eligible to go to the spiritual world, or eligible to reach the abode of the Lord, serve him there. If we have to do that, we have to have the knowledge. And not just having the knowledge. If we gain the knowledge and if somehow pass the criteria and reach the spiritual world also, will not be knowing what to do there. We have to serve the Lord. So we practice and we follow the rules and regulations, and we follow the process. We try to perform devotional service. So that service we try to do here. And ultimately, if, when we reach the supreme abode of the Lord, we serve the Lord there. So you have to understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So here, uh, Srila Prabhupada quotes, Srila Prabhupada mentioned that is the ultimate. So if we go through all the Vedas, all the Puranas, all the Upanishads, everything, all the Shastras, we go. The ultimate essence is this: to understand the Lord. The Bhagavad-gītā is directly mentioned. Lord Himself says that. And the Srimad Bhagavatam, if we see the uh, uh, first verse of Bhagavatam, um, one moment, and is the second line. See. Yeah, the chart said, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadi Asya Yatho Anvayaditarasachartheshwabhignaha Swara Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye Muhyanti Yat Suraya Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimayo Yatra Trisargo Amrisha Damna Swena Sada Nirasta Kohakam Satyam Param Dhimahi. The Srimad Bhagavatam, the first verse is the starting, the absolute truth. Krishna is supreme personality of God, the absolute truth, the son of Devaki. It's mentioned there. The prayers, the beginning. So the beginning is absolute truth is Lord Krishna. We go, if we have time, well and good, we can go through all the scriptures, all the Vedas, everything, and come to that conclusion, or directly learn it from Bhagavad-gītā or Srimad Bhagavatam by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas, the Parampara, Vaishnavas, Sadhus. We understand that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. So that should be the ultimate understanding we have here. So either here the Purpose Srila Prabhupada mentions about three types, like three types of understanding. The ultimate is Bhagavan realization, that we understand Krishna in the form, personal form, right? The Bhagavan aspect or Bhagavan feature. And below that comes the Paramatma. And below that comes the impersonal Brahma, the Brahma Jyoti, or different terms we call it. So there the Lord says that also comes from the Lord only. He is the source of everything. In 7, which is that verse, 7.7. So mattaha parataram nanyat kinchit asti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam proktam sutra sutre mani gana iva. So it mentions that, and in the 14.27 also is quoted here. So Prabhupada quotes it and says, Brahmano hi pratisthaham. So that source of the Brahman realization is also Krishna, the personality of God and Bhagavan. He says that he is the source of everything, and the Brahman realization also is the different three levels of understanding. The first level, initial level of understanding is that. So whatever level of understanding we be in, We have to understand that Krishna, the ultimate is Lord Krishna. So that is the ultimate stage. So there we have to come to that stage. We are understanding that ultimate essence of all the Vedas, all the scriptures. Then we get that real knowledge. With that knowledge, we can be freed from this entanglement. Otherwise, what happens is we get more and more entangled in this material world, thinking myself to be the doer. So we think I am the doer, I am the ultimate, I am the doer. We forget that there is somebody superior to us. In this 17 and 18 purport, we see Srila Prabhupada mentions that we may theoretically understand that I am not the doer, there is Supreme Lord. Or if we theoretically understand that, okay, uh, I am not this body, I am the soul. Theoretically, we may understand it, but practically accepting that whatever happens is by the will of the Lord, whatever happens is Lord's arrangement, Lord's plans. We have to accept it, whether good or bad. We have to accept it because we have performed some actions in the past. Because of that, we are getting some reactions. By the mercy of the Lord, it is for our better. The result is becoming better by the mercy of the Lord. So that we have to accept. So that practically accept. So Srila Prabhupada says, to an extent, we may be able to understand, okay, I am not this body, I am the soul. Theoretically, we may understand, reading the scriptures, we may understand that. But to next stage is to understand that Krishna is the doer, Krishna is the ultimate, Krishna, the super soul or Paramatma, Krishna is a sanctioning authority. Without his sanction, nothing will happen. So he is the ultimate authority that we have to understand. So in 13th chapter, we see Arjuna asks about Kshetra, Kshetrajna. So Kshetrajna, their Lord explains. Kshetra is the field of activity, the material world or the material body. We can consider the 24 elements. And then the knower of the field of activities, the first is the soul, and then comes the super soul. The soul is aware of the particular body. uh, the super soul is aware of everyone's body, everyone and everything. So the example we take in the 18 days Gita, we see the example of a farmer. um, Sorry, notification. Sorry. Okay. So a farmer, he may be knowing about his field, what is the how much is the harvest, or when did he put the seeds, or when is it expected, and if rain comes, he will be able to plan and calculate everything, and he knows how to manage it. He knows about the particular field, farming field. But the king or the government of that locality, he knows about his this particular farmer's field and the adjacent all this fields in the area. He knows about it. So the government, they know about it. They have the details. They know everything about that particular area, not just one farm. Like that, the Lord knows about everyone and everything. So we have to understand that. That's the ultimate understanding we should have, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he knows everything. And he is the ultimate doer. We are the dependent doers. So you have to understand that fact. When we come to that understanding, what happens is that real knowledge, we come to that stage, the real knowledge when we have, we will be able to see everyone with equal vision. This is one of the important slokas. The 18th sloka Prabhupada mentioned that we be able to see everyone equally. So we don't make any distinction based on the caste, religion, or species. Nothing. We don't make any difference. So here it's mentioned about Pandita Samadarsin, Vidyavanasa, Brahmana Gavi Hastin. So a Brahmana, he sees equal. He sees with equal vision a Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, or a dog eater, Chandala. You know, so on a social platform, if we see, here Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that on a social platform, a Brahmana is considered high, and the other living entities are considered low. But to the understanding we should have, that within everybody's heart, Krishna is present as Paramatma. So we are all his children. So it's mentioned that he is the well-wisher and benefactor. If we see the universal peace formula 5.29, uh, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarva lokamaheshwaram surdam sarva bhutanam nyatva mam shantim richati. That is, he is the well-wisher and friend of everyone. It's not mentioned only human, uh, not animals. It's not just mentioned that he is well-wisher and benefactor, well-wisher and friend of everyone. So that is a thing we have to understand, that we are all part and parcel of the Lord. So he doesn't differentiate that, okay, I'll be seated as Paramatma within the heart of only a human being, or insect. I won't go to the body of an insect as Paramatma. He is equally present within everybody as Paramatma. So, self-realized soul, when he is understanding this, that Krishna is the essence of everything, we have to understand that. Then he will be able to see that, okay, Krishna is present within everybody as Paramatma. Then the next stage comes is he will be able to see everyone equally. That comes with knowledge, practical application. So when we are able to understand that, just reading this, we may not be able to see everyone equally. But by understanding this, the practical application, the jnana is there, as well as the vijnana should be there. The practical application of this should be there. Then we will be able to see everyone equally. So that point is stressed upon here. A Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this, and therefore he is truly learned and has equal vision. So the equal vision he has. And understand this, the point in 17 and 18 purports of Prabhupada mentioned that we have the right understanding, the clear vision that of the duality, the achintya bheda abheda tattva, simultaneously one and different. That's Lord is present within everyone. So you see, Lord is present within everyone as Paramatma. So so you understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the highest. He is present within everyone as Paramatma. When we the differences, what is there according to the past actions, we are getting the different bodies, but he is not differentiating. He is present within everyone, and we are not the ultimate Ishwaras. That understanding we should have. We are minute. We can say minute Ishwaras. So in the quality. So quality, we have minute qualities. Satchidananda Vigraha, ultimate is Krishna. We have minute qualities of the same qualities of the Lord, but in minute nature. So in quantity, we are different. So simultaneously, one and different. Achintya Bheda Veda Tattva. That is, in quality, we have all the qualities of the Lord, but in minute, very minute quantity. So we have to understand that we should not consider ourselves the doer or proprietor or controller of anything. Krishna is the proprietor, he is the supreme controller of everything. That we have to understand. The super soul is present in all bodies without distinction. So he doesn't differentiate. So we are going to differentiate. Should be compassionate to other living entities, should be compassionate to everyone. So that is a point we have to understand that. With this comes with the real knowledge. We are able to practically understand. Theoretically reading will not be able to see everyone equally. Practical application, practically we have understood that. The real understanding if we have, then we'll be able to get that vision. Okay, Krishna is present within him or her or within this animal, everyone as Paramatma. So uh, uh, that is a knowledge aspect. So this knowledge helps us to understand and treat everyone equally. Uh, uh, we have to treat everyone equally. Then that we have to the, here in the Bhagavatam 7.93, when we see the prayers in the two slokas in Srimad Bhagavatam, we see there. So the uh, protection, the protection point we see there. That devotees, when you try to preach, it's they don't differentiate between caste, creed, gender, anything. They preach to everyone. They try to make everyone near and dear to Krishna. So when you try to make anyone near and dear to Krishna, we become dear to Krishna. In that way, we are all trying to become dear to Krishna. Whatever we are hearing, whatever we are learning, whatever we are reading, we are trying to share it with our family, with our friends. In that way, we are becoming dearer to Krishna. So thank you, Prabhu Smatis, for inspiring all of us to continue daily. So thank you, Mataji's Prabhus. Please unmute one time. Let's chant Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Everyone has the permission to unmute? Yes? Or it's disabled? Mataji's Prabhus, please unmute. Okay. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Rama,
Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So now we move on to the next part. So Prabhu, will you be able to share the screen, Prabhu? Shall I share?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm sharing.
So anyone would like to lead? Mataji's Prabhus? Any volunteers?
May I answer?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narsimhaya Prahlādāyine Hiranyakashipu Tilatankai Nakhalai To Nashima Nashimo Yato Yani Tato Nashima Dari Nashimari Dari Nashimo Nashimhamadin Sharanam Prapadde Tab Kar Kamal Vari Nakha Adbhuti Shingha Talita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Brinvam केशवदीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज हरे कृष्ण प्रभु
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. So now, yes, Prabhu, you can stop sharing screen, Prabhu. Yes. So we'll see. We'll discuss about Tiruvadigai Narasimha temple. So just few points about the temple. So this it's a part of. So daily we are seeing Narasimha Katha. So special temple, Narasimha temple. We discuss about that and try to learn some points. So in that way, here we see one of the temple, one of the Divya Deshan. So we see 108 Divya Deshan, which is this in this material world we can access 106, and the two are beyond this world. So 106 Divya Deshan we can access. So out of that, one of the temple is the Tiruvadigai temple. So Tiruvadigai temple. So it comes near Kudalur highway, the 3 kilometers from there. So it is the place is Tiruvadigai Sara Narayana. So Sara Narayana. Sara, the yes, Lord Vishnu has given Lord Shiva the Sara, or the weapon. So in that way, that name is given as Sara Narayana temple. Tiruvadigai Sara Narayana temple. So there the Lord is present with Lakshmi Devi, along with uh, there's another deity of Narsimha Dev. So this special Narsimha Dev here is a very rare form. So nowhere else to be seen this form of Narsimha Dev in a sayana, or is lying down, is sleeping posture. So here we can pray to the Narsimha Dev. We can pray to Lord Narsimha by in a sleeping posture. So generally when we see wherever we visit, you know, uh, generally it is 4 months Chaturmasya, that is the Lord is taking rest, so we don't perform anything auspicious. We see that, but there that 4 months we perform spiritual activities, right? The Lord is taking rest and we don't do anything good auspicious, we say, but we perform spiritual activities. Generally in the earlier days, the 4 months, it will be the rainy season and nobody will go out. So that time they use it more. So use it in the service of the Lord. There is sages, they keep traveling. But this particular time, they can't travel. It will be very difficult to travel. So that time they make use of that time and engage in more and more service wherever locally they are present. So that the Lord is taking rest, we don't generally we consider we don't do anything. But here Lord is in a sleeping posture. Narasimhadev. In various temples, we see the Lord Narayana or Vishnu, we see in the sleeping posture. But here in the particular form of Narasimhadev. So it is said uh, uh, he killed, I think, Vakrasura. Vakrasura, demon Vakrasura, if I remember the name right. So he killed that demon and came here and is taking rest. This temple is very famous, that this temple of Saranarayana, along with Saranarayana, is the Narasimha Dev here. So Narasimha Dev is called Sayanapol. So in this particular temple, even Arjuna's praise. So Arjuna's praise is found. Arjuna's prayers is found, and as we know, the Divya Deshans, so different alvars and have come. So they have sung different prayers, glorifications of the Lord. So in that Andal's Tirupavai and Tiruvadigai, in that it's the 23rd Parshuram it is mentioned of Urangum Siriya Singam, the specialty of Singam, that is Narsimha, Lord Narsimha at Tiruvadigai, that is a sleeping posture of Lord Narsimha Deva is mentioned there. So it's a very rare place where we can worship or pray to Lord Narsimha Deva. He is the sleeping posture. You don't find that such a posture anywhere else. So that's a very special temple. So if you have visited, I haven't visited. I wish to visit soon. So I'm uh, trying to. I'm planning to visit soon. So if any of you have visited, that you can raise your hand or share the experience, or you can plan to visit soon. I have planned to visit soon. Let take the darshan of a rare Nrsimhadev, special darshan of Nrsimhadev along with Saranarayan. So, uh, anybody visited? Anyone from Tamil Nadu or any other part already visited this temple, Tiruvadigai? Okay, silence. I hope nobody has visited yet, but please plan to visit and take darshan of such a special form, rare form of Nrsimhadev in a sleeping posture. So it's a very merciful Lord. So now next we move on to Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhu, you'll be able to share screen, Prabhu, or shall I share Veda base? Ananda Prabhu.
I'm sharing, Prabhu.
Okay. So let's begin. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 9, verse 37 and 38. Tasmai bhavan haya shirastanum hi vibhrad veda druhav ati balau madhu kaita bhakyau hatva nayachruti ganamscha rajastamascha sattvam tava priyatamam tanum amananti. Read the next verse also, then come back to the translations. We can go to the next slide too. Yeah. 38. Itham tiryag rishi deva jashavatar jashavatare lokan vibha vayasi hamsi jagat pratipan dharmam mahapurusha pasi yuganu vrittam channah kalau yat abhavas triyugo athasatvam. Yes, you can go back to the previous slide, Prabhu. Can someone please read the translation? Mataji, Prabhu, anyone?
Hare
Any
Krishna
volunteer?
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Lord Brahma could then see you possessing thousands and thousands of face, feet, heads, hands, thighs, nose, ears, and eyes. You were very nicely dressed, being decorated and bedecked with varieties of ornaments and weapons. Seeing you in the form of Lord Vishnu, your symptoms and form being transcendental, your legs extending from the lower planets, Lord Brahma achieved transcendental bliss. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you
Hare
so
Krishna.
much.
I think the translation was a different one, Prabhu. Anyways, thank you, man. So let me read the translation of this 7, 9, 37, and 38. So in 37, it says, my dear Lord, when you appeared as Hayagriva with the head of a horse, you killed two demons known as Madhu and Kaitaba, who were full of the modes of passion and ignorance. Then you delivered the Vedic knowledge to Lord Brahma. For this reason, all the great saints accept your forms as transcendental, untinged by material qualities. The next one. Yeah, in this way,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
So what has come on the screen is different from what you've read to us, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, that's why I read it out, please. The 38 one is correct. You can please read.
And you read something different, Prabhuji. It's okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I read I read it from
Yeah,
this.
Mataji, the 37 was actually wrong in the slide. So Prabhu has corrected it. So we can go 38 now. That is
38. You can read,
yeah.
Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
You can read, Mataji. Kalyani Mataji. This 38.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Text 38, translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this way, my Lord, you appear in various incarnations as a human being, an animal, a great saint, a demigod, a fish, or a tortoise, thus maintaining the entire creation in different planetary systems and killing the demonic principles. According to the age, O my Lord, you protect the principles of religion in the age of Kali. However, you do not assert yourself as Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore you are known as Triyuga, or the Lord who appears in three yugas. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. So here we see quickly we see you can stop sharing screen for me. Thank you. So if you see the purport here, Srila Prabhupada explains that Lord is always ready to give protection to his devotees. So it's protection to his devotees. So devotees says whatever devotees have, he uh, preserve, and whatever they lack, he provide, and he gives full protection to the devotees. The best example here, Prahlad Maharaj is explaining that with his own example, we understand that Prahlad Maharaj is fully surrendered, was fully he had that faith that Lord, come what may, Lord will give me protection. So if anything has to go wrong, that is by the will of the Lord. Anything, whatever happens, whatever the Lord does to me, I am ready to accept. So in the Chetodarpana Marjana morning, we recite the prayer. So in that we uh, say that Lord, however he handles me, roughly he handles me, or he hugs me, or he kicks me, whatever he does, I am ready to accept it because he has the right. He can do anything. He is a supreme Lord. He is always ready to give protection to the devotees. Here, Prahlad Maharaj is explaining that with the example of Hayagriva, the form of Hayagriva or a horse, Lord appeared and he killed the demon named Madhu and Kaitaba, who represented the who were full of the mode of passion and ignorance. They were representing those things, and uh, they were attacking Lord Brahma. This is the first here. Srila Prabhupada mentioned that we may consider ourselves as the uh, only people in the creation, or we were created, the humans were created, and there is nobody else. But the first person to be created is Brahma. He is the first creation, and he was interested with the role of further creation. The secondary creation role was given to Brahma. So Brahma was attacked by this Madhu demon and Kaitaba demon. So Lord took the form of Hayagriva and killed them and protected Brahma. So here Lord appeared as Narasimhadeva to protect Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is reciting the prayers, he is glorifying the Lord. That, oh Lord, you have appeared in earlier forms to protect the devotees. So we see the purpose for what Lord appears. So yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamya har paritranaaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So he appears millennium after millennium. Why? To establish the dharma, whatever adharma is there, to eradicate that and establish the dharma. He appears millennium after millennium to protect the devotees. That way, what he does, so while establishing dharma, the first purpose of his appearance, first thing is to protect the devotees, and whoever miscreants are troubling the devotees, he annihilates them, and in that way he finishes the adharma and establishes dharma there. So he's Prahlad Maharaj is explaining that you appeared in the form of Hayagriva and protected Brahma. Now we are seeing that Lord appeared as Narasimhadeva and protected Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj is not saying, "Oh, you appeared as Narasimhadeva and protected me." In a humble way, he is explaining about other incarnation. So in the next verse, the 18th verse, we see, sorry, 38th verse, we see Prahlad Maharaj is explaining. In this way, you appear in various incarnations. It's human, animal, or great saints. So this also has not the connection there in our Bhagavad-gītā shloka today, that the Lord is present within everyone as Paramatma. He doesn't differentiate. So he doesn't differentiate. He treats everyone equally, all his children. So within everyone, he's present as Paramatma. So he takes different forms. He takes different form, whether it's human or animals, anything. He takes different forms. He kills the demoniac principles and establishes the devotees and protect them. Establish the religious principles. Here, Prahlad Maharaj mentions in other yugas you appear as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but in Kali Yuga you don't uh, uh, assert that you are the Lord. So it's, you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared as a devotee of the Lord, and when he was praised that, oh, you are the Lord, so he closed his ears and, no, I'm not Lord, I'm not God. So he closed his ears and he didn't want to hear that. So when somebody is saying that you are God or you are Krishna, you are Supreme Personality of Godhead, he didn't want to hear that. He always uh, showed himself as a devotee of the Lord. So he always showed that. So here, you do not assert yourself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So though he himself came down as a incarnation of form, he came down to this in this Kali Yuga, but he showed himself as a devotee. So this particular part we get the confirmation from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.32. Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Pangasra Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Praye Yajantihi Sumedasaha. In Kali Yuga, intelligent men worship the Supreme Personality of God in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always accompanied by his associates such as Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, and Srivastava. The entire Krishna consciousness movement is based on the principles of Sankirtana movement, in the purpose of Prabhupada mentioned. Sankirtana movement that was inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, but he showed himself as a devotee of the Lord. So here Prahlad Maharaj is explaining that you don't assert yourself as a devotee of the Lord in Kali. Assert yourself as the Lord in this Kali Yuga. So he said Tri Yuga. You are known as Tri Yuga. So you assert yourself as the Lord in three yugas, but not in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, you come down as a devotee. So many instructions we follow, but the main prayers what we follow, we have to imbibe in our life. The main instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's just simply this 8 verses. The Cheto Darpana Marjanam we recite every day. After Mangalati, we recite the verses. So that is for our purification, that we remind ourselves that Lord is the Krishna is free to handle us anyway. We have to always engage in his service. Wherever we are, we have to always be engaged in his service. We have to clean our hearts, all the dirts accumulated with which we have to clean all that by performing devotion, specifically by chanting the holy names of the Lord, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare. So yes, so the next one is the 11 times Nrsimha Ugram Veeram, right, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhu.
I would like to,
Would like to
yeah,
lead? Okay,
I
Nirmala
would like
Mataji.
to recite. Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Okay, you may please start.
Hare Krishna. उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai. Sarvekam Narasimha Bhagwan ki jai. Bhaktaraj Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Granthar Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Bhagavad-gītā ki jai. Padita Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Guruvrind ki jai. Upasthit Bhaktavrind ki jai. Shri Hari Prabhu or Anand Prabhu make the dedication prayers. Can I, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Hare Krishna.
Pranam. Dandavat Pranam to everybody. Prabhuji, where is this temple you were talking about? The
Hare
symbol.
Krishna,
Kudal.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So this was in Kudal. This is one of the Divya Desham in how do they say the location? So this is 3 kilometers from Panruti bus stand of Kudalur Highway.
Kullalur.
Tamil
Kudalur.
Nadu. Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Okay. Like, all the temples discussed, hardly visited anything. Hare
Maybe we
Krishna.
can have some
I
Gita
know.
here. Divya
I-
Desham Yatra.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare
Anand
Krishna.
Prabhu, anything to add?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much for giving your
Prabhuji, I have a small question. You were talking about 108 Divya centers. You said 106 are there on the Earth planet
Yes,
or in
Mataji.
India?
Yes, yes. 106.
106 we can visit. Then if we visit the 106, it's by default we are eligible to visit the one is I think the ocean and the one is beyond that the spiritual world, right? I'm not sure of the last two.
One is in the ocean.
Can someone please confirm? Mataji's Prabhu, anybody? 106 we can actually access in this world. Other two we cannot access.
Meaning holy places, Prabhuji, pilgrimages.
So these are basically wherever this we say that 12 Mahajans we have, like that in actual Shiva Vaishnava thing we have this Andal is there. So they are Mahajans. So they have visited this temple, this particular temples, and glorify the Lord. That what is that? Pasurams and different prayers, different Vedic mantras. The glorifying the Lord. So that's very famous. So they have visited this temple. So there 108 list is there, 108 Divya Deshams. Out of that, 106 is accessible. So if you just type in Google 108 Divya Desham or 106 Divya Desham, you can find. In Kerala we have 12, and in Tamil Nadu we have somewhere 40 plus. Then Tirupati we have. Then in Andhra we have I think 5 to 10 something. Karnataka 5 to 10. Karnataka and Andhra put together 5 to 10. Then in North Dwarka somewhere in UP 1 or 2 like that. Mostly majority is in South India.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. I'll take it up.
Okay.
What did you tell Prabhuji? Divya Desham.
Divya Desham, yes.
Thank you.
So you would have heard of Andal. So they are like Mahajans. We have 12 Mahajans. We have like
One of the Alvars.
Alvars, yes, Alvars. I'm missing their name. Sorry, one of the Alvars. So they are the like Mahajans, Alvars. So they sang beautifully, glorifying the Lord in these particular temples. So yeah, these are very famous. This thing, very go-to places. So you can search and visit some. Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu Sumataji. Hare Krishna. Manchikil Paduripesam, Prabhupada Devyacha, Pradana Pavani Vaishnava Bhivanam, Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai, ISKCON Guruvrind ki jai, Upasthit Bhaktavrind ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu Sumataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
devotees. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll join tomorrow again. Hare Krishna.